Cheers, everybody. Welcome to the laundry. Socks everywhere, t-shirts hanging up. I thought you're supposed to dry clothes. It's warm outside. I thought you're supposed to dry clothes, in the garden on a washing line. But Mrs. B, whatever. Anyway, welcome to another beer review. And in this beer review, off to a brewery, which I used to drink beers from years ago. Even before I started this channel, I was drinking this particular beer. And this is the first review on this channel from this brewery, and I haven't touched them since I started this channel. So Acorn Brewery, I do apologise. And we got a beer which I used to drink quite a bit, and we have got a bitter, and we're off to Acorn Brewery, and it's their famous Barnsley bitter. Barnsley bitter, clocking at 3.8% ABV. I saw a couple of beers today in Ripon from Acorn Brewery, and I thought, they kind of took me back to the old days of, not before I was reviewing and just drinking beer for utter enjoyment. Well, I still drink beer now for utter enjoyment, but I'm going to leave it at that. Anyway, leave it at that. Do I start this video again? No, I won't. Yes, I do drink beer for utter enjoyment, but sometimes when you review beer, you're drinking beer and you're thinking, God, why did I buy this one? That's what I was getting at. Anyway, I'm waffling on. So this is their Barnsley bitter. Coming at 3.8% ABV. I've got some, it has won a lot of awards. Acorn Breweries, Barnsley's bitters, I need them, I really do. Acorn Breweries, Barnsley bitter won the SEBA Gold Award for cask in 2023, and also won a Gold Award in keg in 2024. It also won a Silver Award in its class at the Great British Beer Festival in 2006 and 2015, with a bronze in 2018. Additionally, it has been a finalist in 2007, 2008, 2012, 2013, 2016, 2017, and 2019. What about that then for a pedigree? Fantastic. So we've got Maris Otter Crystal Pale, Maris Otter Crystal and Pale Chocolate in this. The hops a UK challenger. There it is. There's the gubbins on the back. There we go. I'm 3 minutes in now. The clock's just ticked 3 minutes. Let's make a move and crack it open. And hopefully it's not going to go everywhere. Right. There we got a couple of acorns. There you go. Look like a couple of something else. Behave. Well, let's go with. It's lovely. It's nice, sweet nuttiness coming through. Chestnuts. Roasted chestnuts for me. Hint of cashew as well. I always get this hint of cashew. Roasted chestnuts. I do. So let's pour this out. Hopefully I'll do a decent pour. This was picked up at Drinkswell in Ripon, an oldie worldy shop on the Market Square in Ripon. Been there absolute years. Stocked some great ales and a lot of Belgian stuff. But I don't think he'll mind me saying this. He might do. He's a bit of a miserable git, to be honest. He is. He's a bit of a misery guts. But, I go there to buy the beer. He's got great beers in. Yeah, I'm not nothing against the bloke. He's miserable. Miserable, really is. I thought, God, what happened to you today? If I had a beer shop, I owned a beer shop, I wouldn't be miserable like you. Mind you, I'll be about 6 sheets to the wind, lying under the counter. I wouldn't be no good running a beer shop, would I? No. Right, beer in a glass, chestnut in colour. Loads of gunk in there, to be honest. You can see loads of sediment floating around in that. I don't know if you can see that, boys and girls. Can you see that? A cacophony of asteroids and gunk and bits and bobs and odds and sods. Um, Slightly ivory looking head to me. Let's get a whiff. Hang on, I'll do that again. Let's get a whiff. Yeah, nuttiness, chestnuts, cashews, a slight chocolatiness maybe. I'm going to go in because I waffled on. This is a 3.8% nice, easy drinking bitter, hopefully. Cheers. Again, again. You can see why it's done really well. You can see. You know what? The good old bitter, when it's brewed and done right, it ranks right at the top for me. It does. With all these beer styles, that is banging. That is banging. That is my cup of tea. That well, my cup of tea. Yeah, it's my cup of tea. I'm going again. Nice, refreshing body. Nice, soft mouthfeel, and you get lovely little flavours of chestnuts, walnuts, hint of chocolate bit, hint of should I say chocolate bitterness towards the back end. Yeah, it's easy drinking. It doesn't feel thin. It's got lovely wholesome flavours in this. Malty, biscuity. A slight hint of spice there. But overall, I used to drink this years ago and I can see why I loved it. And I haven't touched it since. Over 10 years, I haven't drunk this beer. And it still delivers. I'm a big fan of the good old bitter, done right. It, for me, a certain beer style done right ranks with all the best beer styles for me. And the bitter, old school bitter, brewed perfectly well, tastes perfectly well. It gets the massive thumbs up. Did you know I like bitters? Absolutely. That is a banger. That is an absolute banger. I'm going again. Easy drinking with your Sunday roast or with your steak and ale pie and creamy mash and rich gravy. That, for me, boys and girls, is a banger. So if you love your bitters and you haven't tried that, I suggest you go and try it. That's a proper northern beer, proper northern tipple. Barnsley bitter. Excuse me, I better do that again. Barnsley bitter. I think that's more Barnsley accent. Barnsley bitter from Acorn Brewery. Massive thumbs up from me. Really, really good beer. Really enjoy it. Fantastic traditional stuff. Sorry for all the waffle in this beer review. I do apologise. And I'll see you all again on another one. Kiss it, look after yourselves, and a big bib from me. Cheers.